เริ่มอย่างที่ครับก็ขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่รายการ thailandtoday.co นะครับบน Facebook Live เนี่ยโดยผ่านแอปพลิเคชันของ Zoom นะครับวันนี้เราก็มีแขกรับเชิญนะครับดร.คิดสุภชัยปาจิริยานนท์นะครับก็เป็น CEO ของบริษัท Rise นะครับ RISE Rise นะครับกำลังพระอาทิตย์กำลังขึ้นนะครับนี่ก็เป็นสตาร์ทอัพวันนี้เนี่ยเราจะมาคุยกันเรื่องโควิด-19 Challenge นะครับความท้าทายยิ่งใหญ่มหาศาลของมนุษยชาติเลยก็ว่าได้เนื่องจากว่าโรคระบาดครั้งนี้ไปทั่วโลกนะครับก็ thailandtoday.co นี่ก็เป็นเว็บไซต์ข่าวภาษาอังกฤษนะครับและนี้เราก็จะขอเชิญท่านผู้ชมเนี่ยติดตามนะครับin English นะครับ thailandtoday.co is a website on news in English on Thailand นะครับ especially on technology and economy ก็ we have the guest นะครับดร.คิดนะครับสุภชัย CEO of Rise is a startup นะครับ very ambitious startup from my understanding so welcome Dr. Kit to the show ครับ
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีคุณนพ and also the audience. Yeah, I'm very exciting to be here on Facebook Live.
So actually we have a series, technology series on work from home นะครับ We already talked to คุณท็อป a couple times and later this week we going to have an interactive forum นะครับ on thailandtoday.co platform เนี่ย on the technology and also behavior issues นะครับ about working from home but we can talk later on about that but today we like to focus with Dr. Kit on your startup I understand that you have a mission to increase Thailand's GDP นะครับ by 1 percentage point using technology innovation. So my first question, how you going to implement that ambition, please?
Sure. I mean, like maybe a little bit of my background so that everyone know me more. So my name is Kit, and actually before I begin my career in the business, I was the medical doctor.
Uh-huh.
And when I was in a medical field back then, when I was in a medical school, I want to trade a stock in the classroom. At that time, we're using Nokia 3310, the black and white screen. Yeah, it's the first time in the history that people can trade the internet via mobile. So I talked to my friends who engineer, say, hey, why don't we, because the mobile can connect to the internet, why don't we write a program to let it trade a stock on the mobile in the classroom? So that's the first idea.
When was that, Dr. Kit? When was it? How many years?
18 years ago.
18 years ago.
Right.
Long time.
Yeah, so that's when I was in the second year of medical school. And after that, yeah, it's became one of the application, the first one that let Thai people be able to trade the stock via mobile. And right now it became number one application in the country. So that's my starting point. And then from that point on, it's that moment changing my life because I start to believe innovation starting from our own pain. Right? When you have pain, yeah, I have the pain. I want to trade the stock in the classroom. Then you use technology to solve that pain. And I experienced firsthand that I be able to solve it, and you can do it too. So that's kind of like the moment that's changing me throughout years.
So your problem at the time is stock trading, how to make it easy, practical for new investor, right? You solve that problem.
Yeah, actually, because the pain that I have when I was in a medical student is that I need to sit in the classroom all day long, right? And when I get out, the stock market closed. and or
That's
if I
right.
want to trade during the day, I need to get out and make a phone call, yeah, to the brokerage firm. And my teacher doesn't happy about that, right? Because I need to sneak out every 30 minutes. So that is the pain that I have at the time.
But Dr. Kid, at this time, all the medical doctor, nurses, healthcare, a very big challenge for them, as you may know, around the world, in every country, including in Thailand. So maybe you have a short message for because you happen to be a medical doctor, but you have not practiced it, right? Something like that. So what's your message for your people in the healthcare profession in Thailand?
Yeah, I want to thank you all of them. Yeah, to be on the front line for all of us. And I think what we have done throughout the country is that we stay at home so that the infection is not spread out. And then, as you can see, after a lockdown for 3 weeks, entering the 4th week right now, yeah, that we see the number. It's dropping quite significantly from the first week that we began to lock down, right? So I think and that never happened if you don't have a very specialized and very dedicated medical team, not just the doctors, but nurses, paramedics, and everyone else that's helping the whole situation.
Yeah. So a very big thank you for them. Also from my heart to all the people in Thailand healthcare sector for keeping us safe. And maybe Dr. Kid, go on with your vision on using technology innovation to uplift Thailand economy, maybe post COVID-19, after we are done with the immediate crisis. So how are you going to do that? You talk about solving your problem about stock trading 18 years ago. How are you going forward on this?
Yeah, after that, I run a couple more startup. I got some exit. Yeah, and then I think after I got some exit already, so I think what I should do next. What I should do next that not only like making money, but also making the real impact for the region. Yeah, for Thailand first, right, and for the region after. Yeah, so because I've been thinking like I thinking out loud like, oh, why I need to stay in Thailand? Why don't I move to Singapore or Hong Kong or even Silicon Valley that has much more economic like opportunity, yeah, for myself, right? Then but what I decide is that if I need to stay in Thailand, I need to make some impact so that then I should stay. Yeah, because I can make much more impact here than moving there. And when I scan the landscape, because so many people doing startup, doing like investment, so I think what I should do, and one thing that is striking me is that, oh, startup, because I run startup myself, before I got 2 exit, I run it two of them like 10 and 10 years, which means 20 years. So I don't think our country can wait 20 years more, or even 10 years. We cannot wait. Then how to make it fast? If you look at the landscape, right, startup will take like 10 years before they're starting to IPO. Let's say like Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, the CEO of Facebook, right? Or even like CEO of Google or the founder of Google, they take like 10 years before they took the company to IPO. So I think it's too long. And how we be able to do it faster? We need to work with the big guys. Yes, in Thailand and Southeast Asia, actually, the economy is driven by SME and the huge corporate, right? So then if we want to disrupt this country to make it grow even faster, we need to disrupt like the big company or our own government. Yeah, so these are the two people that we need to help them disrupt themselves. And then when I think that true, so I think okay, then Rise should be that person, because normally like the big company, yeah, they cannot like working with startup like really easy, because these two have different mindset. The big corporate mindset is that the first question they ask, why I need to work with a startup? Startup is small, startup is risky, startup might not make the big impact for them, right? But actually, On the flip side, the big company, they are a little bit slow. Sometimes they're slow, right? Sometimes they have lots of people, but because of the hierarchy, because of the politics, sometimes they're slow. And how they can moving fast? We can lend the hand of the startup that they are having technology and that they're moving fast, but the lack of the client, the lack of the market, which the corporate has. So then if we be able to combine them together, let them work together very well, yeah, then we can create the impact in the short run. So that's the first idea. And that's how Rise like helping right now, we helping 400 corporates across Southeast Asia, yeah, like helping them to achieve like the new technology advancement, to achieve like new revenue stream, or the technology that be able to help them reduce the cost through working with a startup. So that's our job.
So can you give an example on how you help the big corporate take advantage of the startup? So,
yeah, sure. Yeah, we run a program in the past 4 years. The first program that we did, so we started off with Krungsi. So Krungsi, yeah, we launched a program called Krungsi Rise, which is the first fintech accelerator in the country back then, 4 years ago. And the success is that, like, if you look at the number, we select 15 startups. These 15 startups, like more than half of them, yeah, be able to work with the bank. And very interestingly, like one startup got investment from the bank afterward, which right now, like they'll be able to raise Series B. Yeah, if you have heard a company called Phenomena. So
yes,
Phenomena is a startup in our program.
Phenomena, yeah.
Yeah, that have the big ambition, right? To run the fund that has like 100 billion Thai baht, yeah, under asset of management in the next like few years. So that's kind of the impact that we see. Oh wow, we not only make the impact for the startup, we also make the impact for the bank. Yeah, to not only invest but also partner up with the startup. Yeah.
So you behind Phenomena, successful. So you like an accelerator, incubator, the sort of things.
Yeah. So the things that we do. So we normally the process that we're running is that we come to the big corporate and we asking them like, what are the challenge that they want to solve in the next 5 years? We use that challenge, the challenge the corporate is facing, as a problem statement for the startup to solve. Right now, we have the network of over like 10,000 startups worldwide that we're working with. Yeah, with our like 50 like startup communities worldwide that helping us sourcing the startup who be able to solve the corporate problem statement. Yeah, so that's the ways it works. Yeah, and our program, we not only sourcing, yeah, we then invite them, yeah, to be based here in Bangkok or in Singapore or in Malaysia, that we have the office and working closely with our corporate partner on a daily basis. Yeah, for 6 months, for a year, until we get the new product or service out to the market.
So of the 10,000 startups around the world, how many are based in Thailand?
I think, wow, the Thailand, I mean, like we got like 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Yeah, a couple thousand that been to our program. Yeah, so the second year after we run Krungsi Rise, we also run National Accelerator Program supported by DIPA, the Digital Economy Promotion Agency. So we partner up with DIPA to run nationwide program, recruit like startup from the university, from the graduate level, or the startup already like seed or CVA into the program. So that is like the vertical is wide range. It's not only fintech, it's every tech. We're talking about tourism technology, agri-tech, food tech, biotech, fintech, health tech, like any technology that's supporting like the Thailand 4.0. So we also like doing that. That is second year that we run the
So
program.
overall, in the end, the vision is to boost economic development, GDP. Like you said in your mission statement, 1 percentage point, not only in Thailand, but other Southeast Asian countries. Maybe you can be more specific. How many startups you already supported and how this innovation will translate into more efficient, more economic output in the longer term.
Good question. I mean, like what I think is that the way that we calculate the impact is very precise, meaning that once we be able to bring one startup to plug into the bank, let's say the bank be able to generate like 100 millions of revenue. We count that revenue towards the GDP. This is how we calculate the impact. And right now, so far, we already create like 1 billion US or 30 billion Thai baht impact in the past 3 years that we operating. But not only this, I mean, like not only the accelerator that also like helping create economy. We also have what we call university. So university, what we do is that it's another service. The university teaching corporate people. We're not teaching startup. We're teaching corporate people how they be able to run innovation team, be able to generating the new product or new idea or new services, innovative services in their own company. So basically, yeah, we've been running this for 6,000 people, 6,000 CEO, executive, the board, top talent in the big company. If you're looking at 10 largest company in the country, listed company, like 90% of them already working with us. And the way that we, for example, like with the unlisted company, we're helping them recruiting 50 people. 50 people from their own employees.
Yes.
Yeah, these 50 people, we train them like startup. So we break them down into 10 teams. And these 10 teams, yeah, they have 5 people each. These 10 teams need to thinking about the new business. They're gonna generate like 100 or billion Thai baht in the next 5 years. So this is the goal.
I see.
Then,
how many people? Yeah, please.
Yeah,
how many people you have, Dr. Kit, at your company now? Right.
Right. So we have 40 people with us right now. Yeah, but these 40 people, I think, yeah, because of the mission that we have, so we're getting the best people, yeah, in Thai people in the world, and also like top-notch talent, yeah, in other countries as well. For example, I would like to talk about my COO, Kun Ratia. So
Yes.
she's also former head of Amazon. Yeah, and also like been working in a tech company like Facebook, like before, yeah, joining us.
I see. And you answered the question, the very big question already. At least our audience and I get some idea how you deliver. And the next development is you got the 8 million US dollar seed money, right? That's the latest development. What are you going to do with that funding?
Sure. Yeah. So the thanks for the funding round. So despite the COVID situation, yeah, we've been lucky, yeah, that working with our investor for so long, yeah, to get through this. And our funding this round is, even though it's one of the largest seed round in Southeast Asia, so we plan to like invest into like 3 main things. So first thing is investing in terms of our like operation in other country. So right now, yeah, we are expanding into Singapore, Malaysia already. Yeah, and with the support from Singapore government and Malaysia government. Yeah, and also like we also would like to tap into the country like Indonesia this year. So these funding gonna enable us to tap into like those market. yeah, especially Indonesia. Yeah, so this is the first use of proceed. The second part, yeah, because we want to be like tech-enabled startup, yeah, utilizing technology to enable our growth and also be able to let our corporate partner utilize the same technology for their corporate innovation as well. So we will spend the money recruiting the people to develop our own like technologies, the platform, basically. So that's the second things that we're gonna invest on. And the third thing, yeah, is also like about the working capital. So we will spend like part of the money because we are as we grow. I think we need more reserve capital. Yeah, and it's come right in time during this kind of the situation, right? We also need some of the capital to ensure that our operation, our R&D, and everything is running without hiccup along the
So
way.
I repeat I think some of the money will be used to expand operation into Indonesia.
Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. Yeah.
Helping startup over there accelerate their operation, help them in the incubation and other efforts. And the second one is more like a platform, right? To help your stakeholder to be better, to be more efficient.
Right.
And I heard that you're going to have a big event later on this year, the Corporate Innovation Summit. How the COVID-19 pandemic has affected your plan and other aspect of your business?
Yeah, it's definitely no one would get out without effect from the COVID itself. So basically, it's just like us. What we've been trying to do is that we set up our conference, plan to host it in April, but right now we postpone it to September. But I think that's a good sign, right? I mean, like given that the situation is getting a little bit better. Yeah, we still worry about the international audience and also like international speaker that kind of fly in. But as we schedule it in September, mid-September, 15 to 17 September, so we think it's allow us to have more time, to wait for the situation to getting bigger. But on the other front that we are facing, for example, our university. So our university team like adapting quite a lot because our promise to our client and our corporate partner is that we want to find a way to be able to deliver the program, like our like the innovator program, just like the same as the one that we do offline. Right now, it's all turned to be online, like for online experiential program, live experiential program. Yeah, basically, what mean live? Live, it's just like this, like we'll be live on Facebook, but also experiential. So experiential mean whatever you can do offline, we trying to do it online as well. For example, if we have the like group discussion, normally group discussion like in the 5 people, we can do it offline very easy. But for online, once we have the tools, like we have like multiple tools that we can use on like for example Zoom that we are talking
app.
we can break the people down into the group so that people can interact just very close to the offline one. That's one way. Another way, because we do a lot on the workshop, like we need to have the worksheet, we need to build a prototype using the cutter, scissor, or like the paper. So we develop what we call toolbox. So the toolbox will comprise of all of this: the learning material, the things that you need to do during the workshop, and then send it to their home.
Mm.
People
So
can learn just like offline, just like
yeah,
just like they eat food delivery at home. We
yeah.
deliver the learning program at home.
Mm. So the big challenge is how to make online experience as best as possible, especially during this time of the pandemic, that you cannot do physical events. Like you said, you're moving the big conference from April this month to September this year with hopefully the situation on the pandemic will get better by then. And you mentioned about the university learning online. It's not only university now, but also basic education. All our schools and primary, secondary schools are now facing a big challenge. And you mentioned about workshops. I guess the whole challenge is about how to make experience online, like we are talking to you now, and for our audience, as much better than today, right? Dr. Kid, the technology, you have the technology. We have the technology to do that at this time, in your opinion.
Yes, I think the technology nowadays is getting a lot better. I would encourage anyone to explore those kind of technology, like the Zoom meeting that we use. Yeah, even though it has some virus like things.
Privacy,
Yeah,
hacking.
yeah, but I think we also have other tools, right? Yeah,
uh,
not to mention like Skype or Microsoft Team or Google Hangout, like
uh,
all. Apart from that, we also have like the tools that let people collaborate easier online. For
mm,
example, Miro, Miro, yeah,
mhm,
or Mural, Mural. So those are
mhm,
the tools that also usable.
mm,
Yeah, for working online or collaborative online, yeah, like the Kanban board, like the application like Trello. Yeah, so
mm,
I think there's so many like application that we
mm,
able to utilize it online and then increase the communication. I mean, what we need to focusing on right now is to over communicate because
mm,
face to face is easier, right? But if you are online, you need to over communicate so that
mm,
you won't miss like the things that you want to convey the message to
mm.
your colleagues or your friends.
You're saying we need to over communicate to make sure we get the same result as physical meeting. Something.
Definitely, definitely.
Uh-huh. So how to do that? For example.
Yeah. So, for example, like what we do at Rise every day. So normally, every company would have like weekly meeting, right? But right
Uh-huh.
now, as the COVID is hitting us, so we changed from the weekly meeting to daily meeting, but
Uh-huh.
short time frame. So then,
Uh-huh.
for example, like we use the method called Scrum. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we Scrum every morning. Yeah, in
Uh-huh.
a different team. So the team gonna separate by like the smaller team
Mm.
based on the task that they
Yes.
are given. And then the team meet up every morning to see
Mm.
like what they're going to do today,
Mm-hmm.
what is the like accomplishment last like yesterday, and
Mm.
also what are the impediments that
Mm.
that block their way. So we these kind of over communication things, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
be able to help us get through the situation a lot
So
easier.
what time your staff have the scam every morning at what time?
It's depend. They can select their own, but we usually doing in like when they start to work, 9 a.m. Yeah.
And for how long?
Usually, if you do it every day, it should take like 15 minutes.
15
One,
minutes. And you need
one.
more session later on, or maybe just next morning.
Yeah. So it also depending. It depend because if the team want to discuss something deeper, yeah, into the topic, they can have a separate session. Yeah,
I
but if
see.
not, yeah, they can meet the
Hmm.
next day. Yeah,
So
because
I
in
think yeah,
no,
okay.
I just want to add that the way to make everyone align is that beginning of the week we set the goal together.
Hmm.
End of the week, yeah, we also have another meeting to summarize. Yeah, what are the
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. There's some power. It's raining down here. So, Dr. Kid. There's some interruption. ไฟดับแป๊บของเรายังอยู่แต่ว่า Dr. Kid หายไปแล้ว